off, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young black and...
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the San Francisco 49ers. It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
What's that? 180? 53. Mike. Hey, here I come.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Newton now to throw. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. 18 yards, first down Niners. So opening drive, 3rd down. They complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
Now a first down throw for Newton. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the 50, Newton. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So it can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Open man there is Patterson, complete. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. A gain of 6 there on first. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to wind up being complete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. It's caught, Jones. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
Again, Newton. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Dalvin away and bring up second down.
On second down, it's Jones. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third? And it's complete in the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Cordero Patterson there to make the grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. No problem there on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. Then he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
56. Check 56. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Hey, lady. He's crossing. Lady. 61. Matchbox white.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Hey, lady. Watch it.
From the 29, Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's going to float this one deep right. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. One heck of a third down conversion, 33 yards. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll toss it to Henry. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
Watch the safety, lady. Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Now on 2nd and 16, Darnold. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's Johnny Townsend to punt it away. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That's a double win there, partner. You keep out of the return man's hands, and you pin him inside the 5-yard line. Pretty darn good.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Jones. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, Newton. And they're going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, 49ers. Tyreek Hill, 83 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches, and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your turkey bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
We got this.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. That one, a first down pickup of 8. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
56. Mike, 56. Mike,
now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now it's Darnold. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked into the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Hey, Charlie. 56 is the mic. Watch the screen touch.
A first down carry for Henry. but not before they're inside the 25. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. On first down, Ball. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
6-6, pull it hard.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
On second and goal, Darnold toward the pylon, caught. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half. They haven't fully climbed the mountain, but they've started the ascent here with that score.
I like that, right? I think they've left base camp now, okay? So they've started to move their way up the mountain. Long way to go, but at least they know it's manageable.
Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
New draw quarters.
They'll run on first down. Henry, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. Woods, the intended receiver.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
So these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen to fill up your lungs a little bit. And number 2, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. From the 2 now. 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it in with Jones. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Now Newton on 3rd and goal. Touchdown 49ers. And we've mentioned before, Cam, the all-time leader in rushing TDs by a quarterback, so everyone he gets from here on out for the rest of his career just adding to that lead.
So what you're saying is that if you're a young kid who wants to play quarterback in the NFL, and that's the record you're shooting for,
good luck.
You got some work to do, aren't you?
By the time he's done, he might have double second-place guy. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenge in your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out.
Robert Woods, touchdown Titans. Robert Woods, 74 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll weave his way up, all the way up, a few yards shy of midfield.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, you're almost in field goal position.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get them about 5 yards. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. On 2nd down, it's Jones, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Here's Newton. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter.
Gun. 47 Mike. Mike, 8. Whip. Watch the whip.
3rd and long, it's Newton. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. On first down, Darnold. He's going to walk one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. 78 yards as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied at 21. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan showing you.
A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 34-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off.
They'll run it with Jones. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 27-yard line. On first down, it's Newton. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Austin Safarian Jenkins, 27 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point up and through, and they will take a 7-point lead. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Shit. Watch the shit. Yo, lady. Yo, lady. You want the mic. Rip right, rip right.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Hey, Mike 51. Hey, 80. Hey, keep it up, keep it up. Hey, Haywood. Under coach.
Darnold from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
From the 35 on second down, Newton got a man. It's Patterson complete. And now running right through it. A gain there of 21 yards.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
To throw is Newton. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Cordero Patterson, the one he was hoping to get it to. And now it's second down.
Here we go, here we go. 180. Great, great. 20. Ready? Off. Check. 59.
Throwing again. Newton. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That catch good for 5. It's third down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Newton throwing again. He is going to find Hill here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
From the red zone now, Newton. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Number 53, Mike 53. Great, great.
They'll try again with Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Point after up and good. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Again, it's Henry. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. They set up the screen for Henry. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackle. Tackle them after the catch, in back.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Now following the interception, here's Newton. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
59 mark.
They'll swing this complete out to Hill. As a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. After the penalty, it's Jones. Room here to run. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. A shotgun snap for Newton. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And caught by Henry. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Check nickel. Red 80.
A first down throw, Darnold. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
You got tight. 56.
Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. And he comes back with one complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Darnold now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. shotgun. Here's Darnold. Airing it out deep for Woods. That's caught inside the 20. A big play that time for the Titans. 47 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
2nd down and 10. Darnold. He gets this one to Boyd. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Tyler Boyd. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Here we go, Gary. Check. X3. 218. Chop. Check. Hey, ready. Kill. Turn up.
They'll give Henry another shot. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd and goal now in a 1-score game. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Sam Darnold keeping it himself from a yard out as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 27 yards there, a first down. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Oh, no, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold. Flushed out right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So it wasn't the line that jumped that time, the second level.
No, that's a great observation because most of the time it's those guys up front so eager to get off on the snap. They do it. But in this case, you're exactly right. Second level, probably because they moved up to the first level, and that hurts them.
And this is going to be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 30.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have a little bit of time here to get in the field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
Gun.
Now Newton. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. This is Jones. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this. Overtime in week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down, San Francisco, to pick up 14 yards. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. All right, you don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to them.
And now this first drive in OT continues. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Trevor Williams was shot out of a cannon there on the corner blitz.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Newton. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Well done by the defense. They did their job here in overtime.
Boy, did they ever, because now it's 4th and really long. So if you do decide to go for it, people think you might be a little bit on the nut side, don't they? But guess what? If I did decide to go for it, I'd call something deep. I'd throw a deep pass and hope that the defense didn't remember to just knock it down. If they intercept it, it's almost like a great punt and helps out your defense with field position.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And now with the play clock winding down, Jason Garrett opts to take a timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. They'll run it again with Henry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. This being their 2nd opportunity in overtime, 3rd overall drive. See if they can settle into a rhythm.
And that's what you're looking for. Get a few first downs, move the ball downfield, have some confidence, get yourself in a spot where you can at least kick a field goal to win it. But I tell you this, if I'm the play caller, I'm looking at that part of my sheet that says playmakers. Get the ball in their hands, critical situation, now's their time.
Third and long, it's Darnold. And it's caught by Herndon. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st down. It's Henry, and he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
56, the mark, 56. Check 56.
On second and 11 now. Darnold. And an alley to run. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they scored a touchdown.